Leo, welcome to your mid-November general love reading. This is your girl, Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general love reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Leo. This is a general reading, so please keep that in mind. To only take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't for someone else who needs to hear this message. Hi, cross watchers, you're very welcome here if you're interested in a Leo. Who wouldn't be? I like to remind Leo and cross watchers that energy is fluid, and this simply means you may feel like I'm describing a certain situation in the reading where you feel the roles are flipped or reversed, and that's completely okay. You're more than welcome to use your own discretion to flip those roles if that resonates with your specific situation the best. All right, Leo, let's go ahead and get your reading started. I'm first going to use my sound bowl here to clear and set the energy for you guys and just try to gather any information through meditation about your current situation that Spirit wants to tell me. But if you just want to jump right into the card pull, go ahead and check out the pinned comment below with the timestamps. All right, Leo, let's go ahead and tune in. So what I kind of saw was red dice and someone was shaking it and they looked like it was like a crab's table or something like that. And like they see someone across the room that's staring at them. They roll the dice. It's like a lucky roll. People are cheering around and they look back at the person they were staring at the cross of the room and they like did a little toast and wink. So that kind of gives me the feeling off bat. I don't know if anyone rolls dice, plays craps, lives by a casino, works there. I don't know. But beyond that, even, it's just kind of like I feel someone's going to take a gamble, take a risk, try something to impress someone, and it does. I wonder if this has even happened very recently. It almost looked like a party setting. So even around Halloween for some of you guys, it could have been like where you've impressed someone, you hung out with them, you guys connected on some sort, and they want to take a gander. It's kind of feels that way. And also I felt a very strong solar plexus chakra activation when that roll was made, and someone makes the other person feel confident, and it's almost like I got this. So that was really interesting. And now I'm seeing the letter R as in Rachel or Ryan, first, middle, last initial may mean something to someone. Or someone could have like 2 R's in their name as well. But I'm curious to see what the cards have to say to kind of dive deeper into this. Because, I don't know, it feels good. It feels really good. So, with this reading, I am tuning into an energy in or around your energetic field of someone that has romantic feelings or intentions towards you right now in this very moment. Whether you are single or you're taken, whether you're in a connection or currently in separation with this energy, why are they coming through and what does that mean for you guys in November? So tell me about this. So, okay, pay attention to the red flags, and it says the signs are cautioning you. It could definitely be warning energy, but I'll pull more cards. I mean, maybe that gambling thing is like, there's a little bit of danger to this, a little bit of risk to that, I guess. And it's kind of like, I don't know if this is someone feels like you're a temptation, they shouldn't try to go for it. And I wonder if it's because it's like you're the ex of their friend or of a sibling, or maybe it's like in the workspace, so they kind of have to keep it on the down low. But I mean, I don't know. There's something where maybe for someone here, it's kind of like, I need to be careful with this one. And I think like even other people would describe being with you a bit dangerous. Not that you're like scary or anything, but there's just, they kind of get a sense that you could be a heartbreaker. Someone that really knows how to seduce. There's just that type of energy around you, Leo. Now, besides that, I'm going with my gut feelings here, and I kind of almost get a similar feeling to Libra's reading where it was like there's something that's propelling someone to do something, to go for it, to give it a try, to give it a chance. And maybe even with like this whole red flag thing, like someone is still trying to like, oh, I don't know if it's the right time. Oh, I don't know if I can do this. Oh, I don't know if I should. And that's part of the risk, right? But yeah, something about this feels very risky. And it's general. It's kind of probably different for each and every one of you, but I'm wondering, tell me more about this energy surrounding Leo. Creative. Okay, and it says imaginative, inventive, and expressive. Someone's planning something here. It's almost as if you have like caught their attention and they know that maybe you're like someone that is dating, looking around right now, so they feel like they have to do something a little bit out of the box to impress you, to get you to notice them. This could be an artist, or you're an artist, someone that does, you know, painting, photography, writing, music, even like pottery I'm kind of seeing for some of you guys. But I feel with this creative energy here, yeah, that someone's very imaginative of all the things that they could do with you, Leo. And yeah, I don't know. There's just still that energy of like, I want this, but should I do it? Should I go for it? And maybe I feel for a few of you, this is like someone you had like a hookup with in the past, but it doesn't feel like it was a relationship. It feels more so like a hot fling that kind of died out, but it's burning back up again for a few of you. And maybe that's why there's that risk type of factor here to it. You've always been very strongly attracted to this person, and they've always been very strongly attracted to you. And it's like when you're around each other, people see the chemistry, people see the sparks, people see even like the sexual tension that bounces off between the two of you. Tell me more for Leo. I'm starting to understand our connection. Yeah, so with the red flags thing, I was kind of not feeling so much about like danger in the sense where it's like karmic, or in a sense where like, you know, there's horrible things that could go wrong here. I mean, no connection obviously is picture perfect. Everyone goes through ups and downs in connections. Me and my husband have been married for 13 years, and trust me, there's been plains and there's been hills, right? But yeah, I feel like despite what someone may feel or think about you, or think about having something with you, and maybe friends trying to warn them like, oh, you know, like they just got out of a connection, or maybe even someone's kind of like they have a lot on their plate, they have work, they have kids or whatever, like they're kind of saying to hell with that, I'm just going for it. Because I understand our connection. I understand why every time I see you, I'm around you, there's some spark that I just can't ever downplay. I can't kind of put aside. It's almost a type of like connection when you're around each other, you have to like be near each other, maybe like very steadily touching one another, like slightly holding hands, or like if it's like a table type of thing, like grab the knee, go to the inner thigh. Very, very strong sensual energy here between the two of you. But I think it's even something more so where someone's starting to recognize, yeah, the sexual tension is on fire, but it's coming back around for a reason, or it's something that's really sparking my curiosity for a reason. And yeah, they have a lot of sexual fantasies about you, Leo. There's things that they want to try with you, that they imagine doing with you. So I'm excited to see what's going on here. Let's get into the tarot. So with the tarot, I'm going to ask, how do they feel about you right now? What do they think of you? What do they like about you? What do they not like about you? What do they like about the connection they have with you currently? And what do they not like about it? And what are their highest hopes and deepest fears in regards to this connection with you, Leo? What are they really hoping is going to happen and unfold between the two of you? And what are they afraid of? Ooh, yeah. So I got to be honest here and feel like this is someone that you've had a thing with before. But again, it doesn't feel so serious perhaps in the past. But like, even if it wasn't that serious in the past, there's an effect you've had on them since. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Wow, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And they know that's why they know there's a lot working against them if this is something that's happened before and it didn't play out for a certain way. I do kind of almost feel for some of you guys, it's really ironic because this could have been someone that kind of ghosted you or just kind of cut things off unexpectedly. But here they are coming through with that same powerful, you know, magnetic attraction to you. And maybe that's where for some of you guys, the red flags are kind of coming up because you're like, okay, I remember what happened before. What's going on now? But I think, I don't know, there's just something about you, Leo, that's making them like really go for it. Okay. So bottom of the deck, we have the Star card. Yes, that's similar energy to what I was picking up on. Aquarius energy. You could be dealing with an Aquarius or you could have strong Aquarius in your chart. I want to emphasize, like, this person at the time when you guys first met could have been like a little bit low vibrational, maybe non-committal, maybe a little bit player-playette vibes. But don't get that, you know, don't assume that what you guys had was something minuscule to them. Because with the Star card here, it always gives me that type of energy of like one of a kind, unique, rare energy. And it's stuck with them ever since. And I'm hearing since that one night. So you guys may be knowing what I'm talking about. And I even see like a hotel room for some of you. But with the Star energy, it's like they have always kind of held on to that experience, looked back at that experience as being something very special. Would I say they thought of marrying you? No. But I'm saying like when they think of that night, when they think of kissing you, when they think of, you know, all the feelings that kind of came up because of you, like it was something that has still been with them ever since. And I think you guys are going to be kind of surprised about that, especially if they were the ones to end things or cut things off. I do feel like a lot of you are in reconnection with this person, like at least texting this person if you haven't been on a date with them yet, but you guys have kind of slowly been getting the connection going. But there is a bit of trust issues if this is the right time, if you should do this, but the link that you guys had was powerful. And I think with the Star card here, with that one night or the previous hookup that you guys had, there was purpose behind it. There's purpose behind you two meeting. There was purpose behind it falling apart. And I do feel it was meant to get someone in a higher vibration. And it took time for sure. And even now they're not like, you know, super... I'll go into it in just a second, but I wouldn't say they're super evolved just yet. But you've definitely been some sort of spark for them in that type of way. They absolutely love your body, Leo. They love touching it. They love looking at it. And there's something about the way you walk. I don't know why I'm feeling that for some of you, but it's just like seductive, it's sexy. Just your presence is very noticeable with the Star card. And some of you with the Star, you could have some sort of significant fame around you. So whether that's like social media, whether that's you're known very well in your community, in your group. But let's get into this. So how they feel about you right now is the Five of Pentacles. So this is Taurus energy. Yeah, okay. So like what I was kind of saying of, you know, in the beginning, trying to impress you, rolling the dice, like seeing what happens, like I think it's been kind of a process for them to kind of still get you to kind of be curious about this again. They do feel you're a lot more cold. They realize why too, if they definitely are aware that they ghosted you before, that they ended things pretty abruptly before. So they know there's a lot of work ahead of them. And I feel with this Five of Pentacles too, like honestly, you know, if they were the type to kind of have multiple options play the field, there hasn't been a lot that's compared to that single night with you, Leo. It feels that impactful. And so they feel since then, even if it's been years ago, that they haven't had that same chemistry, that same magic, that same intensity. And I also want to say too, with the Five of Pentacles, they could have gone through some sort of recent breakup. They could have gone through some recent job loss, looking for a job, laying off. I'm hearing someone got laid off. And so, you know, I think at those times when we're kind of going through rough situations, we kind of start to evaluate the things that did make us feel happy, did make us feel excited. And I think there was some sort of realization when they really sat with themselves and feel like they didn't have a lot, despite, you know, the experience they had wooing, seducting a bunch of people. There was something missing. And now seeing you, like running into you recently, or just reconnecting with you by talking to you, has kind of filled up some certain hole within them that they've had. You know, this is not for everyone, obviously, but someone could also be having or facing some health problems right now. And I'm even seeing like a chiropractor. But what they think about this connection and think about you is the Eight of Swords. Gemini energy. They think you don't trust them. They think you're keeping yourself very protected. Like, even if you guys are texting them back, it's very short. It's very like, you know, to the point. But they know like it's going to take some effort to kind of unravel that. They know they kind of made a mess of things. And they know because of that, like, you are a bit distant. And, you know, if that's not even so much the case, you've always been on their mind. The fling you had, the one night you had, perhaps, that is something that they've always thought about from time to time. And when I mean like something that was not even that serious, it could even be like you guys dated in high school or something like that, or briefly in college. But, you know, I wouldn't say, again, it's general. I wouldn't say that this was like a years long of like long-term commitment, but even so, like, I feel as if you're trying to be careful with this. You're trying to be cautious with this because you still have the memories that hurt you, that made you feel a pain. And I think with this Eight of Swords overall, they're trying to find a way, like I'm seeing a Rubik's Cube, like trying to fix the situation or kind of just try to convince you or show you that they've changed, or that giving them a chance may be worth it. But I also kind of feel with this Five of Pentacles, Eight of Swords combination, like they recently asked if you wanted to meet up or hang out, and you kind of either rejected that or kind of backed out last minute. And they were hurt by that, but they still see this as a challenge to keep going. This is not for everyone, but I'm definitely seeing someone that likes some BDSM or very light BDSM, if that's the case, okay? What they like the most about you is the Death card. Scorpio energy. Some of you could have Scorpio rising, Scorpio moon. So, you know, Leo, I feel like overall, in a way, although they view this as a challenge, feel it as a struggle, they do kind of respect the fact that you're not the one to be played with. And if you felt like in the past that they played you before or used you before or kind of left you with no closure or no explanation, you've been pretty solid in, you know, continuing the ending of this. I definitely feel like they were the ones to initiate the new beginning, to keep this going, but you make pretty final decisions with death. And I gotta say, for a lot of you, like, I don't know how long ago this was, but since then they've seen like They feel like you've been through a lot of change. You know, whether that was like both of you were kind of like in the party scene in the past, and now you're just a little bit more professional. Now you're just a little bit more spiritual. Now you're just a little bit more calm. And there's a part of you that changed, that kind of played with their ego in a sense. And now seeing that you're not playing into their ego is something that subconsciously does kind of impress them. Shows that you are pretty serious and you're not looking to be messed around with or messed with again. And some of you have like gone through a major physical transformation. Whether that's like changing your hair color, or even something like gaining a bunch or losing a bunch of weight in a sense. And they think from that, you look amazing. What they don't like about you is the 10 of Wands. Sagittarius energy. They feel like you're holding back a lot, the passion that you feel for them, the chemistry, because again, whatever you guys had in the past, it was pretty electric. It was pretty noticeable between the two of you. Even if you didn't tell each other to the depth of it, you felt it. And so at this point, they feel, especially with the 8 of Swords, like, it's like almost like, I know you want it, but I get why you're holding yourself back. But they kind of view it as you're delaying the inevitable. Whether that's realistic or not, that's kind of how they're viewing it. And by you holding back, it's kind of just still making it a lot more of a challenge, a lot more of a struggle than it has to be. I think they do like the chase, for sure. But they don't want to just chase for it to come to no outcome. And they feel like right now you're being extra difficult. Perhaps like backing out last minute, or not texting back for a few days, or when they try to flirt with you or send you like seductive messages, you're kind of just like, okay, like not reacting to it. But they just have a gut feeling you're just holding back. They could also kind of sense, for some of you guys, you may put a lot on yourself, on your plate, like take on a lot at work or help a lot of people through their difficulties, which is a beautiful thing. But they may think you put too much onto yourself, where you stress yourself out. And they think you should let go of some of that and be more free-spirited, be more in, you know, not trying to solve everyone else's problems. Especially if it's like family or friend related too. What they like the most about this connection is the 10 of Swords. So the number synchronicity 1010 is here. And that it always indicates major cycles closing. And also your birthday could be August 10th. But I kind of feel with this 10 of Swords and what they like the most about this connection, I mean, no, I don't think they like the pain of the ending, but I think despite how things ended in the past between the two of you, there can be a new beginning. And despite the challenge that they may face ahead of getting you to open up or getting you to trust again, they think this painful ending is not going to be the thing that stops the two of you in their mind, the way they see it. Someone also has beautiful tattoos, has beautiful work done, pays a lot of money, may have like a lot of them all over their body, and it's really sexy as well. But what they don't like about the connection is the 5 of Wands. Now there's 2 5s here. Your birthday could be August 5th, August 15th, July 25th. For some of you, you could be seeing a lot of 5s from the universe, which indicates major change. But yeah, so there could be, again, if you're living the single life, definitely some competition that they are aware of, but they're not afraid of them. This person's very confident. I gotta say, this person is very, very confident in their abilities to seduce, to chase, to win. I do feel for since some time, and it could be because they're very physically attractive, you're definitely the one that's been putting up most of the challenge, most of the struggle. Usually people just really, I wouldn't say comply per se, but really just fall for this person's flirtation, their seductive charms pretty easily. But this is a bit more of a fight. And again, there's a part of them that respects it, but their ego sense is like, I want it now, you know? So if this person is someone that is like your ex's friend or your ex's sibling, they know that if you guys get together, it's going to cause some problems for sure. To the point where it may even get like a physical fight or something like that. And that's something that they are kind of realizing is a big issue that they'll have to cross in this connection here. And maybe that's why things have been kept kind of on the down low, so people don't get riled up and angry here. So the highest hopes is the Page of Swords. Air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. They're hoping you'll put your guard down, that you don't have to feel defensive, that truly by the fact from them reaching out to you, they want to talk. They want to open up about what happened. They want you to listen and hear them out. Because I think for some, they may feel as if you haven't done that, which you could be totally justified in. I'm not saying who's right or who's wrong, just the messenger. But they just want to talk, and they want to have a real conversation, and they want to see where your mind's at. And even if they're going to be handed with some truth that's going to be hard to hear, they're ready to hear it. And I think too, for some of you, maybe it's been taking some time for this person to reach out, but it's like they hope that you don't block them on social media, because that's how they still kind of pay attention to what you're doing, what you're up to. And they gather information about you through that, of how to reapproach you, how to bring up certain topics with you if you have been pretty proactive on social media or active on social media. But their deepest fears is the Two of Wands. Aries energy. Yeah, I think they fear that you're just on to the next. You're on to new ventures. You have made up your mind long ago that this was something you wouldn't put yourself through again, that you wouldn't give yourself up for. And there's no changing your mind. There's no getting you to hear them out, getting you to listen. And some of you with this Two of Wands, you could have moved since the separation. And the distance is kind of another obstacle to get through. Or some of you guys are thinking about moving to a different city, to a different state, to a different country even. And that's something they're hoping you wouldn't do, because that would definitely be the nail in the coffin of getting anything resparked again. But I kind of get this sense with the Two of Wands, they're hoping that you, and I know this may sound a little bit a hard ask, but they're hoping that you won't only see them for what mistakes they made in the past and assume that they can't change. Because I do kind of get a sense for some, whether that's going to actually follow through or this is what their mindset is at now, remembering you, thinking about you, like I can change and I want to change. All right, Leo, to see the likely outcome of the situation, what is likely to happen and unfold from now to the end of the month you need to be aware of, know about, we're going to go ahead and take this to Vimeo for the extended reading. I'm going to overturn this card here, pull some tarot cards, oracle cards to dive deeper into this situation. So if you still have questions, let's get those answered now. To join me for the extended reading, open up the description box and you'll find the link to Vimeo, which will take you to the extended reading. But if this is where you depart, Leo, I really hope that this reading resonated with you. I hope it gave you the clarity, insight, healing, guidance in regards to whatever's happening or unfolding or around you in your love life at this time. And if it has, please let me know. drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Leo, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Leo.